Hello FlossTubers, it's me Sylvia from Becky's Land. Welcome to my FlossTube video number 12. I hope everybody is doing good so far and had a good stitchy week. First of all, I would like to say thank you for all your wonderful and kind comments on my last video. I'm so happy that you liked what I showed you, how I rouge my ribbons. I didn't think you liked it because I don't know if it is the right way of rouging a ribbon. It's just my way. So I really was glad that you all liked it, and some said you wanted to try it out. And if there is anything that's not so clear about my rouging the ribbon, please let me know. Maybe I can show it to you again and explain it a little bit better. Thank you so very much for bearing with me and my English. You know, I always have an issue with it, but at some point I'm beginning to be a little bit more at ease, and don't apologize every time about my English. So I'm on the learning road right now. So thank you so very much. You're the sweetest. Thank you. Today I would like to start right away because I have a lot to show and tell. So let's see how far we got. You know, today I would like to show you my pin cushions, my small ones for my March basket, and my little table with the March cushions decorated. At the very end of this video I will insert a picture of my decorated table with the basket on it. Okay, so before we start, may I take a sip of my cappuccino? I'm sorry, I brought today a cappuccino because I thought, I think it did me some good last time. Maybe it was the cappuccino, I have no idea, but I'm sorry. Usually I don't like that, but yeah, let's get started. First of all, I would like to show you once again my little bell pull, my little linen band with the piggies on it, because it's kind of March themed with the shamrock and the piggies. You know, in Germany the piggies, the cute piggies, stands for good luck, and it says Glück, which means luck. So I thought it is good for March to hang, and I have it decorated in our house. So yeah, I still like it. They are so cute. Look at this little one. Oh my god, and look at all those petite stitches. Yeah, I like it. Okay, I wanted to show it to you one more time because it's so cute, and it's good for March, for the March theme. So yeah, today I think we go green, not with my nails. I have a green nail polish, but I don't like that anymore. I like solid colors, and anyway, that has nothing to do with cross stitch, does it? So I don't go into details in my cushions. I thought I was thinking about it because it sucks up so much time telling you everything about the linen and the threads and blah blah blah. So if you have any interest or any question, please let me know in the comments, and I will go into it and answer it, what I used. But mostly it's linen. I always stitch on linen, and it's mostly Belfast linen in flax. If there is any other linen I used, I will tell, or I will put it down in here, you know. yeah, whatever. So the first one, and I stitched them all in the last 2 years. So in 2013, in 2014 and in 2015. Okay, so that's my first one. March Blows, it's from Heart in Hand. Nothing fancy. It is from the Snappers series, so, and I don't like the snappers on it, so I gave him a little charm here with, it's like leather, so, and it says handmade with love. I thought this was what would be cute, and I like it the way it is. So, and that's the back, and it has a jute hanger, so I can hang it here on my little vine wreath that I have hang on this sewing machine. There was something someone wanted to know about this, but maybe I can go in, if I don't forget, if I remember, I will go into that a little bit later. Yeah, I will insert a picture of this completely, so you can see how my cushions, I have one for January, I have one for February, and so on. So you know, okay, so that's the first one. The second one is from the Little House Needleworks Sheep Virtues, and that's the most important one for me. Patience. I don't have patience. But besides that, this is so pretty. I love it so very much, with the blue flower on top and the little button. I love it so very much. But yeah, patience. That's not what I have. Yeah, I have to work on that too. And that's the back. Okay, so I told you I have one for each month for my basket. So, and this is stitched on country mocha vintage Belfast. So the next I will show you, I would like to show you, are from last year. I stitched them and finished them last year. Last year I somehow was into green. So once again, Lizzy Kate Flip It Bits, and I do all the Flip It Bits exactly the same. Yeah, maybe not that, it doesn't have a straight line, but anyway. I always do the Flip It Bits series, the stitch part on top of it, and then have a lace or a ribbon or a trim or whatever in the middle, and at the bottom the fabric. And the only thing I change is the decoration. So this time I made a little bow and put on a little yellow button, and as I told you before, the Flip It Bits has some tiny little micro buttons. I didn't like that, so I changed it and put on a little ladybug charm. So I like it better that way. And that's the back. The next one is also from Lizzy Kate. It is, oh, I don't remember the name. Good Luck Kid, something like that. Lucky Kid. He was a kid. And maybe you remember I have the Love stitched for February, and that's kind of a habit. I would like to have, when I have a series, I would like to have everything the same. So every cushion for this from this series is exactly the same, and every cushion from this series is exactly the same. Okay, not the fabric and the embellishments, but the style of a cushion. And that's what I did with this one. It is the same finish like my Love one. except for this trim. I have on this Love cushion a chenille, and I told you before, or in my last video, I didn't remember the chenille trim from whom it was. But when I searched my drawer where I have all my trims and stuff and blah 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 in it, I found the little baggie where I have all those things in it, and it is from Crescent Color. The chenille trim is from Crescent Color, and I ordered it from Anida's. I think in 2014. I checked the bill, so it was 2014. So I already mailed her today. If she's still shipping to Germany, let's see what she says, and maybe I can order some of the chenille from her, because I like the chenille from Crescent Color better than the chenille from Games of a Needle. So I show it to you one day, next video or so. So anyway, see, I digress again. That's my little lucky one. I have made, I put on beads, golden beads. I put once again a little charm on it because I didn't like it, or I didn't have it anymore. Maybe I used it for something else. And here it is, a bead too. Yeah, I like it. Turns out good. And I don't glue on my trims. You know that. I already told you. I sew it on. And that's what I wanted to say about the ruching the ribbon too. I think it is, for me at least, for me, it is important to take your time. Sometimes when I started stitching on the trim on my Love cushion, I did it twice because it didn't turn out the way I wanted to have it, so I started again, and that's the same with this one. Sometimes the ruched ribbon goes into the wrong direction. I would like to have it seen on the front, but when I finished with the first row, the first edge, it's shown on the back, so I had to frog it out and do it again. And that's what I wanted to say. Take your time if you want to embellish your pieces a little bit. So yeah, that's what I do, at least. I take my time. It takes as long as it takes, right? So, and that's the back. Beautiful. I like the color of this color. I like the color of this fabric. Ooh, I need to take a sip of coffee. I'm sorry. So, and then I have one. This is a freebie from Threadwork Primitives, and I turned it into a little larger cushion. It's not such a small, and yeah, like it too. I put on a little shamrock. So since I have a shamrock on here, I don't do it on every single cushion I have because I don't want to overdo it. You know what I mean? So yeah, and I have inside a rickrack and the fabric, and that's the back of the cushion. Yeah, I like it. Looks good. Yeah. I will link down below the website where you can find the free chart. I forgot and always forget to mention that. If you need any information, let me know. I will tell you, and if I think of it, I always will put everything in the description box down below. Okay? The next one is also a freebie. I don't know why I keep buying patterns when I stitch so many freebies. Yeah, it is a freebie from Plum Street Sampler, and that's by far my most favorite cushion. Isn't that just cute? Look at those bunnies. Okay, bunnies are for April in my case. So March is green and shamrock and yeah, and good luck and everything, and March will be my bunny month. So maybe I will leave that in April too. Yeah, but that's for March I did last year, and I love it. It turned out so cute and pretty, and it is a freebie from Plum Street Sampler. So, and here I have a little charm on it, sewed on the bow, have a rickrack inside, and that's the back, little gingham fabric. Love it, don't you love it? I love it. I love it. Yeah, and it is in a separate basket, because I like it that it is in a separate basket and shine. So, and then we have the one I stitched a few weeks ago. I showed it to you in progress. The Lizzy Kate Flip It stems. I think it is stems. I will check that. And you saw the progress, and I told you it's finished and sewn, and now it's fully finished and decorated. That's my little March paddy. I had a little bit of hard time combining fabrics, but at the end it turned out good. I like it. And I didn't decorate any charm on it because I really wanted to stand out this design. And since I have shamrock and ladybugs and blah 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 on my other cushions, I have a shamrock left, one I think or two charms, but I didn't want to put it on here. I just wanted to have it the way it is. And those are the small tiny buttons. They come with the chart, and they were so bright. The yellow was so bright. I didn't like it because it didn't match, so I painted them with acrylic paint. You know, I told you I painted a lot of wood and ceramics, so I have a huge selection of paints. Anyway, digress again. And I painted the buttons in this kind of color. So now I like it. Yeah. And I have two kinds of fabric. This is fabric and this is fabric. And this is a ribbon. I've sewn it on, you know, nothing glued. And that's the same ribbon as, if you want to, I can show you maybe someday how I do a bow like this. And that's the back. Like it. And I have it, I have this one on display here, on this. Yeah. Because my basket is already filled with 3 cushions, my table is filled, and yeah, discovered, no, that's not the right word, but something like that, that I don't like the table too crowded. So 3 cushions in a basket, one behind, one on the side, that's enough. I have to figure something out. My husband's already working on something for me, so I have a second display. But anyway, this cushion I have here on this lamp, I made a photo and I will insert it on the end of this video. But now I remember something, looking at the sewing machine. I hope I remember. Someone was mentioned that, okay, I digress. Someone was mentioned my lantern and this little table runner. Okay, the lantern is from IKEA. The lantern I bought at IKEA. a few years ago. So they have the smaller ones, and one year they had the big ones. I have a second one in red for Christmas, and I put the red one on my table on the patio. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say about the lantern. And the table cloth, table runner, whatever, is from my mom. It is some kind of hardanger fabric, and it is crocheted around the hardanger. So yeah, I have it for several years. My mom gave it to me. Oh yeah, when I got the sewing machine, I think, from my grandmother. So, and it is perfect for it. The only thing, and I'm really very careful with those two heirlooms, but I always have a little glass in this lantern with a scented tea light. Always. I always have a glass, so I don't have to be careful. It is in a glass and it is a tea light. After a few hours it's done. But when I was shopping, I found the perfect candle in the, not the perfect candle, the candle in the perfect color of green that matches to my ribbons I have on the lantern. So I bought the candle. And last time when I recorded my video, I had a candle lighted. So I didn't take care of it. And the candle melted, did run, whatever. And I have wax on my table runner. So I know how to get rid of it. I haven't done it yet, but I know it is possible to get the wax out of the fabric, but I was so, well, you know what I mean? It broke kind of my heart because it's from my mom, this table runner, tablecloth, whatever. And I really would like to keep it and be careful with it. So yeah, but I think I can manage to get the wax out of it. We will see. Yeah, and someone was asking, but I don't remember. I missed some comments. I was looking for something else, and I found some comments that I haven't answered, and I don't know why. I don't know why. Somehow YouTube or Gmail, I don't know, didn't show it to me. And I remember there was a question, but I can't find the question in my comments. Anyway, I'm sorry for that. Maybe I have answered and can't find it, or I didn't see it and haven't answered. I'm really sorry. You may know I'm trying to answer every question you have and go into your comments because I love you and your comments and what you're saying to me. So anyway, where was I? The sewing machine. Yes, there is a sewing machine in it. I still have it, the sewing machine part. But there is this, you know, it is, with your foot you have to go, and there is the ring on the side, the wheel on the side, and it needs to be fixed. And my husband didn't do it because I don't know. I have a box with all those supplies needed for it, and I have the instruction book. It's a really old one. So yeah, I have everything that's needed for the sewing machine. Maybe someday my husband will fix it, and then I can try it. No, I won't try it. I remember, that's funny, when I was thinking about it, I remember seeing my grandma sitting on this table, and as a child, I always thought it is so funny seeing her with her foot running the machine. This is something I remember so clearly seeing her on this machine. But I don't like that. You know, going, I don't know, but I think it is hard when you have to do something with your foot that's different from what you do with your hand and with your head. Anyway, long story. I'm sorry. It is the cappuccino. I tell you, it is the cappuccino. So, here it goes. My last cushion. This is a freebie. I will insert the link for the freebie, and this is the one I said, it is so cute, isn't it cute? And that's how I did it. I saw it on Carol's blog, Stitching Dream. She has one like that, and yeah, so I told you I love what Carol from Stitching Dreams does. She's a great inspiration. And I have a little pin in here, but it's so stuck, it's not glued. Oh, it comes out of the back. But anyway, it's just me who touches the cushion, so it's not a problem that it has a little pin in it, a black pin, and that's the back. So that's all my cushions I have. And again, not enough time to show and tell, so very quick. I wanted to show you what else. Let me see. Oh, another finish. I finally framed my gratitude. Now it's done. And I would call it the framing part. I would like to say I McKenna framed it, because I did like McKenna showed. Not exactly, because a lot of tools and supplies are not available in Germany, so I had to come up with something different. I have a spray glue for fabric and linen. It's acid free, so nothing to worry about. And I have a little paper cord behind the linen, so yeah. And I kept the brown frame I showed you because it fits perfect. It is hanging in our hallway, and it is so nice to look at it and to say I'm so grateful for everything, especially for YouTube, but for everything, or for FlossTube, for this community, because I learned so much, and you're so kind, and you're giving me such a good feeling and a positive influence and encouraging me, and you have no idea how good it is. So yeah, that's the bag. Looks good. I love it. That's what I wanted to show you. Thank you, McKenna. Oh yeah, the McKenna way. I didn't lace the piece. I think for a small piece you can do it. You don't have to lace it. I like it. It is easy. I can do it myself. I finally was able to get an address for a framer, and for 2 weeks ago, I think 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, anyway, I was at the shop and it's closed. The shop has closed down completely. No framing. So, so I have to do it myself. Yeah. Happy, 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 happy. I made a happy dance because, thank you, McKenna, it is really an easy way to frame your piece. The only thing you have to be very careful is in measuring. So I have to get a better ruler. So then I wanted to show you the fabric I got. This is going to be a 1 hour video today. I got, you know, I told you I ordered a Q-snap from the Italian shop. I have a 17 by 17 frame and an 8 by 8 frame Q-snap. I love it. And I got the vintage dune. And it is a little bit similar to the one I had before. It's Zweigart. It is Belfast. Love it. Really. Thank you, Inge. Thank you. I'm trying out different fabrics, dyed fabrics. So this is the other one. It is not completely the same. So I think this is really not dun, whatever you call it. Have to be careful about the plastic. So now I have a finish. I started a bunny, a cute bunny. For April I have enough, but always need a new one. And it is again a freebie from Cosmic Handmade. I will link it down below. Woohoo! Some bunny loves you. Isn't he cute? You could just, yeah. You have to love him. And I stitched him on Belfast linen with DMC. Yeah. So, and then I made a little progress on the Francis Poole sampler reproduction from Brenda Gervais. Can you see the sun is shining today? A little bit. She's coming out a little bit. I kept the whole thing inside the hoop. I hope you don't mind. That's my progress. Last time you saw it, I had done the first page, right? Except for the wording. So this I had done, and now I'm here on the second page, almost done. I did the letter 1/1. I have to be honest, I was afraid of stitching 1/1. I never done that on Belfast linen, and it really was a little bit tough to stitch for me because it's so tiny and the thread is so thin and everything is so tiny. But I'm impressed by myself. I did it. So yeah, I did good. I love it. And I needed to have that done because it's something I was afraid of and I didn't want to, and I needed to have this behind me, you know what I mean? And this slows me down a lot, I have to be honest, because I always start a new color new. I always stitch one color, then secure the thread and go into the next and start the next color with a new, and start the next color with a new. I don't carry my threads except for this wording. I had to. There's no way that I would start every letter with a new thread. I had to carry the thread. And I think it's okay because the thread is so thin, you can see that through. But everything else, I have no carried threads except in here. The flowers have this, yeah, you know what I mean, color inside, and I had to move around at the on the back. Yeah, I love it. It really is a joy, and I caught myself several times while I was stitching this, and I smiled. Yeah, I enjoy it, really, I enjoy it. It's beautiful. I love it. I really do. And have you seen my new needle minder? I asked my husband to make me the refrigerator magnet into a needle minder. Yeah, New Orleans. Love it. And this needle I keep on a plain magnet. This is a little smaller needle, so I can secure and anchor the threads in the back better. So yeah, love it. But still have a lot to go, you know. I'm here. So this is done. I have a lot to go, but I enjoy it. So, and that's the important thing. I enjoy it, right? That's important. And I have kind of a rotation with 2 pieces. You don't need a rotation, to be honest, right? But it's working. I'm stitching on the Francis Poole sampler 4 days, and I'm stitched on the bunny 3 days, and I stitched on Tuesday and Wednesday on the bunny, and on Thursday I wasn't able to stitch, so I stitched on Friday. It's 3 days. It's not in a row, day after day or night after night, but it is 3 nights, so everything's good. I think I like it to have a rotation like that. So after 4 days stitching on my Francis Poole, I could stitch a new small one, like I have for Easter. I have for Easter, oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't show the patterns, right? But you didn't see. So that's my wish list. Not only for Easter, but everything I would like to stitch. And I have a few, I haven't decided which one I'm going to stitch. I would like to stitch this one. I would like to stitch this one, Prairie Schooler. And for years, I would like to stitch this one, but I think I'm not stitching it this year. And I have the April Flip It stamp, and I have the Dahlbeck bunny I wanted to stitch, so we will see, you will see what choice I made. Okay, so I think I showed you everything. I wanted to show you my stack of charms and cushion and buttons. That's how I store my charms. Can't see anything except for noise. I have everything in here. That's how I store my charms. Someone asked me if I only buy charms when I need one. And I started collecting charms since I started stitching and sewing, because I gave away a lot and I sold a few and Christmas markets and blah blah blah, and I always wanted to have a little embellishment on everything, and that's why I collected so many charms over the years. And I had a good source, an online source, a shop. She had a huge variety of charms, and I never had any rush to buy charms, because if I saw something and made an order for fabric or linen and charts, stuff like that, I always could order some charms. But the shop closed last year, I think, and they gave the opportunity to buy for 1 more month, and I did. I ordered a lot of charms, so that's why I have. But I don't like to have this rush, because you never know what you need. Do you need 1 ladybug or 2 or 3? Or what else? Keys, or I have embellishments for beach themed things, and I have angels and keys, and oh, here's and birds and stars and hearts and stuff like that. And but it's good, I have a variety and can choose whatever I want to. And since the shop closed down now, I always have my eyes open when I'm in some places that have sewing stuff or whatever, and to find some charms or buttons or whatever. And I have one for this tiny little buttons, you see, and different buttons, and one with other buttons. I need all those things. My husband says, but you have so many buttons, why do you buy more? I need to have a variety to choose from, right? Right, I'm sorry about the noise. I'm sorry about the noise before, I didn't want to startle you. So sorry. So, and then something else I wanted to show you. Remember in one of my videos I talked about the jars that Taryn was mentioned, and I said I would have taken as many jars I could have, because you always need jars, and that's what I wanted to show you. That's my jars, full of little things. So I have in here, those are not jars, so those are glasses. I have all the necessities, it's on my sewing table. I have larger buttons in those jars. I have smaller buttons, findings from flea market. And I have my spools in here, and I have my clover clips. This actually is a tea light holder. That's what I do. And in here I have pre-made yo-yos I use, and I crocheted a few. Let's see if this is working. I crocheted a few just to put on somewhere. Crocheted a few. Yeah. So you always need a drawer to put something in it. Yeah, I like that. And here's my glue. And since Wanda showed how to brush on the glue to when you make a flat ornament, I have a brush in here and a different kind of scissor. Yeah, all you need. So I think that is it for show. And I'm trying to be very quick, going through some tell. I wanted to tell you, or no, I wanted to mention Elizabeth Andrews. She gave me such a nice shout out. Thank you so very much for this sweet and kind shout out. Wow. She is a newbie to FlossTube, and Elizabeth is trying to, or she's doing one cushion a month for her Christmas tree. She's trying to fill her Christmas tree, so she's doing an ornament a month, and she has I have it together like this, and she has a basket with her wish list and what she want to stitch during the year as ornaments for her Christmas tree. And she has a little basket where she has all the pre-kitted patterns in it. Great idea. Yeah, I like that. And then I discovered a FlossTuber I'm completely fallen in love is Bliss Stitch Corner. Her name is Mary Rose, like the Queen of Scotland, Mary. And I'm completely in love. She doesn't show smalls like I have. She's doing huge pieces and beautiful stitching pieces, but she talks a lot. She tells a lot about the history. Like when she showed the stitch piece from Henry VIII, she told the story behind Henry VIII and his wives, and or she tells about Mary, the Queen of Scotland, and it is so fascinating. She talked in her last video about the chatelaines, and I'm trying to stitch while I watch FlossTube, but it is not possible. And when I watched Mary Rose and listened to your story, I had to put my needle down and listen to you. It is fascinating what you tell us, and yeah, it is fascinating, and you put so much work in this history kind of thing. I really admire you for it. The chatelaine was so fascinating, and it came to my mind that there is something similar in Bavaria. It's called charivari, and I googled it, and it is kind of a chatelaine, but it is for men. Only the men had worn charivari, and the women developed it a little bit over the years, and it was not a necessity thing like the chatelaine for the woman of the house. It was more a jewelry. And on a flea market in Bavaria a few years ago, I bought a little jewelry, and I know it was hanging on a charivari. Wow, can you believe that? When I discovered it, oh yeah, I have those. I have a few. Can you see? And they are really, really old and worn on a charivari, on a women's apron charivari. It is fascinating. Really, Mary Rose, thank you so much for, it's not focusing right, for this information about everything. I'm really impressed, and I like hearing about the history behind it, behind the stitching, behind the chatelaine. And when I stitch my Francis Poole, I already did before, but now I even do more. Think of this young girl, aged 13, and in 1832 she stitched it with 13. I would never stitch with 13 years a sampler like that. And imagine without lighting like we have daylights, and we have magnifiers, and we have so many helpful supplies, and this little girl stitched it aged 13. Wow. Yeah, and I like that. I like to know about the history behind it, so thank you so very much. And when you said preparing your piece like you go on Mount Everest, yeah, exactly. Thank you so very much. Wow, I could go on and on. I love watching your videos, Mary Rose. And the last thing is a huge, humongous thank you to Ingeborg from Stitch Too Far. Thank you so much for doing this and showing all your fabric or linen purchases. I always get mixed up with fabric and linen. I have to remember it's linen. What you did, matching them up with DMC floss, so the color of the floss matches the linen. Wow, Ingeborg, thank you so very much. It is a huge help, and I already seen a few linens I need to have. Wow, love it. Thank you so very much. I think that's it for today, guys. I know I missed a lot of things, but yeah, it's 50 minutes, so I always try to keep it around 30 minutes, but it's not possible. Today it wasn't. It really wasn't possible. Maybe if I wouldn't have 2 sips of coffee, I would have saved me some time, but anyway. So, I hope you all have a great stitchy week with lots of stitching done and beautiful weather. I hope the spring will be here someday, and I hope you have spring and feeling good, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself. Until the next time, bye.